What's poppin', JinBop here, currently sitting with some more photoshopping tweets. Once again, I tweeted out for you guys to send me all of your ideas, and I'm here to make them a reality, much to the misfortune of everyone watching. I do it because I love you guys, and because, well, it's funny. So let's go ahead and get into the first tweet here and see what we have this time around. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, every time I go into one of these, I'm actually a little bit nervous as to what I'm gonna find in my Twitter and on my screen. So here's hoping I don't make something that's gonna get me pulled off of YouTube. Alright, first one's from Mrs. Butterqueen, who says, what the world will look like 20 years from now, including how you will look 20 years from now. Oh, geez, that's a good one. Alright, so 20 years from now, that's gonna be 2036. So, what will Seattle look like in 2036? For those of you who didn't know, yeah, I live around Seattle. Okay, let's find a picture of Seattle to throw up there first, because I don't want to see just any old city. I want to see what my city's gonna look like. Okay, here is Seattle. Man, I love this city. You can actually see Mount Rainier here in the back as well. Nice green lush, and you can't really see it here in the picture, but it rains here, like a fuck ton. Like, I haven't seen the sun in 5 years. I'm pretty sure that big fiery orb in the sky was just a myth. And just for context's sake, 20 years ago was 1996. And I was alive I was 3 during that time, and I don't really think Seattle has changed that much. I know we used to have the Kingdome, but then we knocked that down and we built Safeco Field instead. There's like 1 or 2 Seattleites out there who are like, yeah, I remember that, yeah! Truthfully, I feel like this is what Seattle's going to keep looking like 20 years from now. Actually, they said they're gonna build a light rail, from Seattle to other cities that are around Seattle. So, I guess there will be a light rail. Let's put that in. Well, the thing is, the light rail is a train. I don't really know where to put this on here. So, maybe, if we got a light rail from Seattle to Mount Rainier, there we go. Now we have a little light rail coming down the mountain. A light rail from Rainier to Seattle. I like that. What else are we gonna have in 20 years? Flying cars, obviously. All right, so we gotta get a car out here, which this looks like a Ford Fusion. I think that's what it is. But it's the future, so it doesn't need these pesky wheels here. It's gonna fly. There we go. A flying car whizzing through the air. Now that's future-y. Now, the last part I gotta do is what I'm gonna look like in 20 years. So here's a picture of me. I think this picture was taken probably about a week ago. I did it for the reading hate comments video. Now I gotta age myself by 20 years. There we go, complete. See, I would say I'm joking, but all right, so I'm 23 now, which means in 20 years time, I'm going to be 43. And, I just want to say this for posterity's sake, the men in my family don't age. Like, that's not even a joke or an exaggeration. I looked at a picture of my father from when he was in his late 20s, and he looks almost exactly the same as he does now. Granted, he's a bit gray and he's got a belly now, but that's him. I don't see myself looking super different in 20 years time. Maybe I'll be growing a bit more facial fuzz than that. Maybe have it start going up through here, like that, yeah? What do you guys think? You think I could rock it? You think BEARDBOP is, or that's not really even a beard, it's sort of like a goatee. If I wanted that to be a beard, I'd have to have it go like all the way around, just like that. Now that's more beardy. That's, wow, that does not look flattering on me. What do you guys think? Beard? No beard? I can't see it working on me. Some people were born to have beards. It just looks good on them. It suits them. I'm not one of those people. All right, this next one's from Eleanor, who says, a chicken wearing those Skechers that light up when you step in them. Oh man, I used to have those all the time as a kid, except you'd own them for like 2 months, and then they'd stop working. I remember I used to get in so much trouble during class every time, just because I couldn't control my shoes. All right, here's our little chicken friend, Featherly fuck. I was trying to be clever there and I turned up short. Now I need those Skechers that light up. What are they even called? Oh my god. Now that I'm looking at pictures of these retrospectively, I can only look at myself as a kid and just be like, what the fuck was wrong with you? You actually wore these things? These things are hideous. Why did I think it was a good idea to wear these? Then again, I was probably like 6 and didn't care too much. Oh my god. These things are infinitely more tacky. now that I'm like 10 years older than I was when I last wore them. Man, you are styling, my friend. Look at him. Look at that chicken. I bet all the chicks dig him, her, person, chicken. This is infinitely awkward to look at and trying to commentate, so let's go ahead and move on. Alright, this one's from Brandon Nguyen, who says, you as a Super Saiyan fighting a combination of all the Fire Emblem characters in Smash. You mean me fighting all the Fire Emblem characters in a Smash Bros game, or me fighting all the Fire Emblem characters that are in Smash Bros? Because if I'm fighting every single Fire Emblem character, whew. Alright, again, I need a picture of myself for this one. I don't have any pictures of me in like action poses, but this is like the closest that I got, so I'm gonna have to work with this one. And my hair looks so prim and proper in this picture. What happened? It grew out of control and now I just have this giant clump of fuzz sitting on my head. Alright, well first I gotta make myself Super Saiyan. Oh, while I'm at it, let's go ahead and figure out what I'm gonna look like with purple hair. How about that? You guys like that color? Does that look good to you? I can't really see myself in that color, but, you know, that looks a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie, that looks a little better, although I'm not sure if purple would suit me too well. Man, this is fun. I gotta look around what other colors I could have my hair be. Alright, enough messing around. Let's get back to the gold, and then let's make it offensively yellow. Oh yeah! That's yellow as hell! The computer can't even handle how yellow that is. Alright, so now I need that like Super Saiyan power-up aura. There we go! Super Saiyan power-up! Now we just gotta get all the Fire Emblem characters. I'm assuming he means all the Fire Emblem characters that are in Smash. So that's Ike, Lucina, Marth, Roy, Robin, and Corrin. Holy shit, there are 6 characters in Super Smash Bros. That are from Fire Emblem. Come on, this is like 6 versus 1. How is that fair? Even as a Super Saiyan, it's not like I can take all of them. I'm not a god. Unless I make myself one. Haha, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Yeah, I watched Resurrection of F. My hair doesn't really stick up, but that's fine. Alright, this one's from Nick's Death Machine, who says a chainsaw-wielding vampire from outer space. That was pretty simple. It saddens me that I look up vampire and I see a lot of like Twilight and stuff. Man, remember when vampires used to be cool? Yeah, neither do I. Aw, this one's adorable. Let's use this one. Hey man, just out here, Brad! Look at him, he's so tiny. He's adorable. And now he's slightly less adorable. Now he reminds me of, well, me in my teenage years. And of course, you guys have me do stuff in space so often. I just have a whole bank of saved space pictures on my computer now. I should just be calling this entire series Photoshopping in Space, because everything seems to take place out here. There you go, a vampire with a chainsaw in space. A chainsaw seems a little like redundant though. Wouldn't it be kind of like wasteful? Or something. You know what? I'm not a vampire, so I'm not gonna judge. He probably knows more about being a vampire than I do. Alright, last one here from Zark Games, who says, a giant apple fighting a donut in some place where a homeless person might live. Let's get the background for this first. Where might a homeless person live? Well, the stereotypical place would be in an underpass, so let's go ahead and get an underpass up here. Let's get rid of the rest of this stuff, because I don't need that anymore. Ha! Perfect! It's even got like the graffiti on the walls and everything. There's a tough apple. Ooh, he looks ready to fuck someone's day up. Look at that gleam in his eyes. Look at it. That's the look of a killer. Or maybe that's just my reflection in his very well-polished apple. I don't know. He doesn't really quite look ready to fight though, so let's go ahead and give him some arms. You know who has really good versatile arms? Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm not even kidding. Guys, when you have spare time, if you know how to Photoshop, take Sonic's arms and put it on any given object. It just works. I can't explain why. It's just his arms go with everything. Ah, there we go. Looks like he's doing some sort of like kung fu pose. Now I need to find a picture of a homeless man. What kind of homeless man would I find where they're all like attacky and angry? The Happy Wheels guy, of course. Round 1. Fight! Alright, this is just getting weird. I'm gonna go break it up. Break it up, you two! Break it up! Fight's over! Alright, guys, that was Photoshopping Tweets. Thank you for, sharing your imagination with me. I now know what sort of an audience I have. Nah, but seriously, it's awesome getting you guys to be a part of these videos, and honestly, I have so much fun making these things that I then put out on the internet. If you guys want to be a part of the photoshopping tweets, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. It's like at JinBop Gaming. It's down in the description below, and I'll go ahead and let you guys know whenever I do one of these. And I always get a flood of responses, usually involving other YouTubers, Space, Nyan Cat, I don't know, there seems to be like a recurring pattern with these things. But anyways, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, bop that like button, and I will see you next time.